Hello, my name is David Lane, and the workshop that I have is entitled Getting Your Financial House in Order. Getting your financial house in order. Financial literacy is something I'm very passionate about, and I'm very happy and proud and even humbled that you thought enough of this workshop to try to come and learn more about getting your financial house in order. Getting your financial house in order, there's some questions that come to mind. So the first one is, how do you build a strong financial home? The second question is, what are the most important elements needed? The third question, can your financial home weather a serious storm? That's worth repeating. Can your financial home weather a serious storm? Who is responsible for making sure your financial home is stable and secure? When is the best time to prepare your home for the future? And the last question, why? Why should you get your financial house in order? So when it comes, we literally have a house. If you picture a house in your mind, the first thing you need to do is buy the land. And on that land are the two things that I think are very essential to any financial plan and a financial house. And that is an emergency fund and a will. That emergency fund allows you to deal with the whatevers of life, the what ifs, the things that you don't plan in your budget, but can and will disrupt your budget if you don't have an emergency fund, a fund set aside in order to take care of those emergencies. Also, you need to have a will. It's very important to have a will. So important to have a will. Tomorrow's not promised. I'm sure all of you, as myself, know individuals who've died whom we think is before their time. But we know that death is inevitable. We are born to die. And to have a will in place to let your wishes be known and have all those things put in place in writing of your assets, who you owe, and who you want your assets to go to. It's unbelievable. 92% of adults over the age of 35 do not have a will. Just let that sink in for a minute. Do you have a will? If not, you need to get one very soon. Do not save what is left after spending. Spend what is left after saving. Saving has to be a priority for you. Save first. Next, the foundation of the house is disability insurance and life insurance. Now, life insurance is money that you have set aside for your beneficiaries in the case of your passing. But a disability insurance is in case you are unable to work, but you're still living, you still have bills, you still have financial responsibilities. So it is making sure that if something happens to you, that you lose your ability to work, you do have yourself covered. You also need to have home insurance, auto insurance, liability insurance, and umbrella insurance. And these things kind of are clouds above your house, the things that kind of umbrella everything else. I have a question for you. What is your most important asset? A lot of people say a lot of different things. Some people say their family. Some people say their faith. Some people say their finances. Some say their fitness. I submit that your most important asset is your ability to earn money. And that's why it's very important that you have disability insurance. I have some whys for you. Why do I spend so much time on fill that blank in for yourself? Why do I spend so much money on fill that blank in for yourself? Why don't I focus more energy on answer that question for yourself? That's a quote I want to share with you. If you want something you've never had, you have to do something you have never done. That's Thomas Jefferson. Let's talk about getting physically fit. The first thing you need to do is increase your cash flow. And after increasing your cash flow, you need to build your emergency fund. Then you need to start planning for tomorrow. Hopefully, if you work for however long you want to work, you have enough money to where you can work when you want to work and live the way that you want to live. You also have to plan for challenges. And that goes back to that emergency fund that I talked about earlier. And then gaining control over your finances is extremely important in getting financially fit. I want to give you some statistics. Gaining control, a clear understanding of where your money is going. So we have three different columns. We have spending, married couples with kids. So when it comes to percentages, when it comes to food, Married couples, 11.8% of married couples know where their money is going when it comes to food, where 12.9 are married couples with kids. Where it comes to housing, 30.5 married couples, that is, know where their money is going, where 31.8 married couples with kids know where their money is going when it comes to housing. Transportation, 17.5 married couples, 17.3 for married couples with kids. Healthcare, 10.3%. And this might shock you. Married couples with kids, 7.3 know where their money is going when it comes to healthcare. When it comes to personal insurance, IRAs, 401ks, and pensions, 11.1% of married couples know where their money is going. Where married couples with kids, 12.5% know where their money is going. How does life insurance affect your financial house? Living benefits. Now, when you're talking about a cash value life insurance policy, there are some living benefits. And the living benefits allows you to accumulate savings and growth in the cash value of the policy to access for college funding, for purchasing a home, for supplemental retirement income. It may provide access to funds in cases of chronic or critical illnesses. There's also a death benefit when it comes to cash value, and that allows you to provide for your family after your passing, pay off mortgages, pay off for college expenses, provide financial stability in your absence, because your bills are still going to be there when you're not there. So if you're the primary breadwinner in your home, it's very important to make sure that you have a life insurance policy that allows your surviving spouse to continue to live the lifestyle that you would like them to live. And if they need to not work for a while, put them in a position to let them do that. Because I know that when I get married, my wife is going to be grieving very hard when I pass away. So I want to definitely make sure that she has the opportunity to stay at home and grieve over the loss of me. It also may provide tax-free benefits to help your family offset taxable access in your estate. Most U.S. workers believe they need more than the basic benefit they get at work. Of the employees that participate in their employee's basic life insurance benefit, 4 in 10 think that the benefit does not meet or partially meets their and of their family's needs. 65% of employees with group life coverage believe that they need more life insurance beyond what their employer provides. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, 38% of all workers with a basic life insurance plan have a flat dollar amount benefit with a median amount of $20,000. That, in today's dollars, doesn't even barely cover your funeral costs. And 57% have a fixed multiple of annual earnings. The most common multiple of earning is 1 times your salary. Let that sink in for a minute. Now let's look at understanding how money works. There's taxable, tax deferred, and tax favored. In the taxable bucket, you have things like income, checking accounts, savings accounts, certificates of deposits or CDs, various investments, and mutual funds. They're normally taxed at 25 to 35%. You also have tax deferred. In this column or bucket, you have 401k, unrecognized capital gains, IRAs, qualified plans, and annuities. Now, tax favored have home sale, Roth IRAs, mutual bonds, and cash value life insurance. Let me go back. For tax deferred, you're also being taxed at 25 to 35%. But in tax favored, it's early and often. You want to put money into that bucket. All right? So again, tax favored are things like your home sale, Roth IRAs, muni bonds, and cash value life insurance. Advisors are linked to better results in total retirement savings. Total amount saved for retirement households. So and you see the chart, you have in the blue column is people who work with a financial advisor, and the green column don't work with a financial advisor. So people who have no savings, 2% work with a financial advisor, where 22% work on their own or try to figure things out on their own. People who have $0 to $50,000 in savings, 25% of those people work with a financial advisor, whereas 67% are on their own. From $0 to $100,000, you have 36% are working with a financial advisor, where 77% are working on their own. When people have more than $100,000 in money saved, 64% of those people work within a financial advisor, where only 23% of those people do not. People who have $250,000 or more, 44% of those people work within a financial advisor, where only 12% do not. So these are a few things and suggestions that I have for you to get your financial house in order. So let me talk about a few other things, and I'll give you my contact information if you'd like to have more information or have a sit-down one-on-one session where I can do a check to see where you are financially and how fit you are and how sound your financial plan is and your financial house is really in order. Help identify your personal goals is one of my things, your financial dreams. I also outline your family obligations where it comes with your children, spouse, or aging parents. I help analyze spending patterns, your income versus expenses. I help you review your debt and create a plan to eliminate it. I uncover strategies to reduce tax exposure now and later. Estimate retirement living expenses and estimate future retirement income, whether it be pension, Social Security, savings. Help you create savings, investing plans to help you achieve your goals. Implement the plan, monitor plan annually, and update as needed. I really want to thank you for your time and for your attention. If you have any additional questions, you can contact me at 469-279-3271. That's my mobile number. Again, that is 469-279-3271. You can also email me at dllane2wsb@gmail.com with any additional questions. I love to share this kind of information. I think financial literacy is extremely important, especially in the African American community. So please feel free to reach out to me at your earliest convenience so we can try to see if your financial house is in order. Thank you very much and continue enjoying this workshop.